Hi guys, welcome back if it's your first time or you've been here before. My name is Mariana. I'm a life coach. I like to come here and talk about everything in between. And today let's talk about emotions. Emotions are not the problem. Yes, you can feel your emotions and don't let your behavior be influenced by them. Hold on, let me put the light here. I think it'll be better. Oh yeah, the light on. Lights on. How you guys doing today, Kiva? Hold on, let me fix the phone because I think it was not straight. Yeah, now it's straight. How you guys doing? What day is today? Happy Wednesday. I completely forgot about what day is today. It's been a long and productive week. I'll say this. I'm talking less, but that means I'm doing more. Another book is about to come out. Just saying. So exciting. The new book, guest name. Good afternoon, Eric. How are you? The name of the book, the new book. I'm not gonna say yeah. Hold on. When I publish, I let you guys know. So, what do you guys want to talk about today? I thought about talking about emotions. How emotions are not the problem. It's the problem is because you let your emotions dictate how you behave, dictate your actions, dictate your next step. A lot of people treat emotions like, uh, they're the big deal. You make them the big deal. You guys can hear me good? It's good, the sound? I have my tea here. So today I came work from the office. I kind of like come here because it's like different environment, and when you stay home too long, it's kind of exhausting. I get tired from looking the same environment, and so if you have a chance to work in different place, like I do have this place I can come to work, so I come here sometime, I go to my building upstairs sometime. So change the environment, change the energy, especially if you work from home. This is ginger and lime tea. It's so good. I love tea. I'm intentionally fasting today. When I'm writing, I just feel more focused, and somehow I get more concentrated if I'm fasting. Like if I'm not eating, I feel like my whole energy and my mind go to what I need to do. So I was writing early and I was like, yeah, I can't eat. I think it'll be better today if I just fasting. Yeah, I'll make a surprise publish, Kiva. So, okay, let's talk about questions people ask me most. Um, Not just about, weight loss, but let's start with the weight loss. All people always ask how many meals I have. Right now, at this present moment, I'm having one meal a day. What I eat? I eat protein, veggie, and fruits, nothing else. Sounds a little restrict for a lot of people, but I just try learning what my body need and what my body accept. I have gluten, dairy, and yeast allergies, so I'm not supposed to eat anything have gluten, dairy, and yeast. I cut off. Back in the days, I used to have garbage day where we all this food poisoning. I don't do that anymore. I actually don't need to. So Sounds a little restrict for a lot of people when I tell them. They're like, oh my God, that's a lot. But I never felt this good. My skin never looked this good. And I'm 39. If I show you guys my photo when I was 20, my skin look better now, 39, than when I was 20. And I don't relate that to product or anything I'm put on. I relate that to my habits, how much change. I cut off alcohol. I'm eating just whole food, nothing processed. And I'm feeling my best. My body, the inflammation went down. I completely changed my face. Everything changed when you change your habits. Your body's gonna respond. Your body actually talk to you every day, and every feeling you have is actually a message, but you don't listen. So, what I eat: protein, veg, and fruits. What I drink: tea, water, and sparkling water. Nothing else. I don't trust and sugar-free drinking. Oh, I used to love juice and I still like it, but I don't do anymore. It's just because I prioritize having my fruits. I'd rather actually eat the fruits than just, you know what I mean? Than just get a juice. You get more nutrition when you actually eat the fruit. So I cut off the juice. Doesn't matter if it's fresh or not. I'm not having juice anymore. Alcohol. Why I cut off alcohol? Alcohol doesn't have any benefit in my body. I like to be aware. I like to know what I say. I like to know what people are saying. I don't want any inflammation to my body. And alcohol was not anything good to me. So I cut off. I don't miss it. It's been over 3 years. And honestly, doesn't make any difference. Actually, the only difference happened is like I'm feeling better. The inflammation went down. So feeling better, looking better, no reason for comeback. If you say, "Hi Mari, I don't drink much, I only drink social." All right. That was me. I was never have an alcohol problem. I never overdrink. I was like having one or two drinks. But when I really ask myself what is the whole point of doing this, I was like, it's not really a point for me doing that. I'm just doing to because I'm in a social environment and I just I'm drinking social. If you feel like you need alcohol to be social, ask yourself, what I'm actually hiding from? Like, what are you hiding? Because if you feel like you need alcohol to be social, what are you scared? What are you afraid? All right, then what I drink. I and when I say restriction on diet, you gotta be restrict with everything. Environment. Your environment really matters. My house, I don't keep anything I don't want to eat. If I don't want to eat something, I don't have in my house. It's that simple. For example, if I don't want to eat chocolate, why I'm gonna have chocolate in my house? If I don't want to eat bread, why I'm gonna have bread in the house? I agree, Kariva. Needs alcohol to be social is such a bad habit. Yes, and a lot of people are in this habit. And we normalize because, alcohol is one drug. It's very normalized. If you say, like, oh, I use cocaine or I use that, people be like, oh, but alcohol is just normal. People do it and think it's fun. They feel like they need it. So just get away, get off. You're not gonna miss it. If you feel like, okay, I really need it, have one, two drinks. You don't need to be drunk. Have a limit for not at the point to be drunk. Have you watched somebody drunk? Doesn't look, yeah, I just don't like it. Looking people drunk, I'm like, wow, I'm so glad I don't drink. Environment, just finish on environment. Your environment really matters, and I'll tell you why. The environment always gonna win. If you keep in your house, if you surround yourself, if you always have people who is big, who's fat, like friends who overeat, who overdo things, That's probably you always gonna be like that too. They influence you, and that influence, you're gonna be like, doesn't matter how strong you think you are, if you surround yourself with people who do drugs, who overdrink, who overeat, some point you're gonna give up and be just like them. It's like that. So choose wisely your friends, choose wisely who you hang out with, because by the end of the day, that really matters. Um, what else? You know, keep up. Keep up your, you have to feed not just your body, you need to feed your mind. Before you win on your body, you have to win on your mind. What are the thoughts you have there most? How you think, what feelings you have most really matters as well. How you know? How you know what kind of thoughts I'm having? Ask yourself how I'm feeling. That's how you know the type of thoughts you have. Watching your feelings. And how you feel is going to affect your actions. And your actions is going to affect your results. Yeah, so feed your mind. How you expend your time. Do you know one thing everybody want? Our attention. Our phone, you see all the advertising, all the TV, everybody want your attention. And my question is, who are you giving your attention to? Who have your time? And by respond that, I'll tell you how your life's gonna be is depend how you expend your time right now. Because how your life it is right now is the result of how you expend the last 2, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. And I'll tell you how your life's gonna be if you tell me your habits right now. How you spend your time, what you read, what you watch, who you spend time with. I'm married? No. That let's just be honest. It's not like how you spend your time, who have your attention. Oh, Kiba. I'm so glad, Kiba. I'm so glad you always here taking notes. You're such a sweetheart, and I really appreciate you. How you guys being spend more time? Tell me. Who have more of your time? Is your phone? Is the books? Is the TV? Who have? Hmm? And I'm not saying it's nothing wrong. If your phone have your attention by you learning something, that's good. A, you're taking notes as well. It's nothing wrong if you spend a lot of time in your phone, but you're learning, you grow, and you applying. Because a lot of people learn things, but like how you applying? Are you applying what you learn? Because if you don't apply what you learn, how this work for? Ah, and I know, okay, but I know you love the topic affirmations. Should you do some affirmations? Sure, I have some affirmations I do. Let me find them here in my notes. Yeah. Because you know why? Everything you say and you feel it, that you put your frequency in the same level. Like for example, before you be fit and health, you need to feel it. Everything we want in life, we want the feeling. Like last week, my friend asked me, Mari, do you miss your ex? I was like, no, really. I miss how he made me feel. I miss the feeling to feel understood, to feel loved, to feel secured. I miss that. And make me realize a lot of the things in life we think we're missing, we're not missing them, we're missing the feeling. When you want something, you don't want to just the thing, you want the feeling. The reason you want a house or a car, a fancy or big or whatever, you don't want the thing, you want the feeling of freedom. For example, you don't want to just the money, you want the feeling of having money. You want the feeling of freedom to do what you want, with who you want, as long you want, where you want. It's like that's the reason you want money. For example, this is my reason I want money. But I'm just saying one example that it's never about the things, about the feeling that thing make you feel. And why you can use this technique to help you manifest quick when you realize you actually don't need to wait for help for feel it. You can start feeling right now. How about we wake up like every day, and ask yourself, what's the emotion I need to experience today? It's gonna make me close with the life I dream about it. What is the feeling? Feeling of peace, feeling of love, feeling of joy. And you start seeing joy in small things, big things. Because honestly, the secret of to have a really, I would say, like, I don't like say happy, I like to say fulfilled life is gratitude. Because if you're always looking for what you're missing, you're always going to be miserable. I said this before and I'll say 100 more times because it's true. If you always focus for what you don't have, you're always miserable. If you're able to look your life and be like, actually, I'm so grateful for everything I have. And because we have this tendency to always look for what is next, what I want more, we forgot to appreciate what we already do have, what you already get. Like I'm sure you have a lot of things in your life was pray responsive. You pray for it and you get it. But now because you want something else, you forget about to be like, you know what? That's actually so good that I had this. So yeah, Kiva, that's it's true. And you know why it's true? Because it's always gonna be somebody, someone don't have something. Always. And can look anybody else life, anybody. If you think like, oh, this person have a perfect life, you know, trust me, they have something they want and they don't have it. That's why it's important for you to look your life, be grateful, appreciate it, wake up every day and say, wow, I'm back. And doesn't matter what life's gonna bring to me, I want to handle it. I want to be able to handle it. And that's the point of life. Can you handle it? Doesn't matter what direction life go. Because life is going to be uncertainty. Can you deal with uncertainty? Or you freak out every time you don't know the outcome? And that's when calm, you regulate your emotions. Doesn't mean you're not going to feel fear. You're a human being. Of course, you're going to feel fear. You can feel it. But don't let the fear hold you. Don't let the fear stop you to do something. And we actually a lot of your identity. We think you call like, it's just my personality. No, it was not your personality, it's just your protection. You build your identity based on how you can be saved, how protect yourself from pain, how protect yourself from being rejected, how protect yourself from, you know, any emotion you don't want to experience. And when you understand that, you actually be like, hold on, do I am here to express myself or I'm here to protect myself? How about you just be? And you stop questioning if somebody's gonna betray you. For example, if you meet somebody and you have a strong connection, feel fully. Don't hold yourself back. It's not that you can love somebody deep and they change and they decide to walk away. It's not gonna change anything about you. You have to trust yourself that you can handle it. Can you handle the loss of your parents? Because your parents can die. Can you handle lose somebody you really love to because the person changed the mind, they might now don't want to be with you? Can you handle that? Can you handle your life get way better? Like, can you handle success? A lot of people cannot handle success. Can you handle? Can you handle it? Things go wrong and you might have to change your life style. Can you handle? A lot of people cannot. And I think one of the beautiful things you can do in life is learn how to handle life as it is. Handle it and stay open. Because, for example, it'd be like, okay, somebody leave you. So let's say you're married and somebody decides to walk away, and now you like don't trust nobody. I'm not gonna open up my heart. I don't trust no man. You handle, but now you close. You have one lifetime, and you let one experience define you. Let say how you're gonna behave. That's not fair. It's not fair to yourself. Yeah, it's. I was listening. Mike Singer. He's like a philosopher, and I love his speech. He's such a powerful, and he talk a lot about this. How we should stay open even when things go wrong. And that's the secret for a fulfilled life. Because things is gonna go wrong. Things gonna go the way you don't expect. But can you handle it and stay open? Can you like be like wake up and be like, you know what? Doesn't matter what's gonna happen today, it's gonna be a good day. Because you can handle it, you know what I mean? You know attached to the outcome. And I realized that I was like, wow, that's so powerful. I'm like, that's how I want to live. That's how I want to live every day. Just wake up and be like, God, just that's literally I changed my pray. I've been like, God, just give me the strength and the faith to handle my day. Doesn't matter what direction it's gonna go. Can be out good, amazing, could be out bad. I'll be able to handle. That's what I want. But you're not gonna be able to do that if you are like a control freak. Do you know what is control? Is fear. Fear is your ego. Your ego try talking. Hello. How you get the live? Press the like button for YouTube. Share the live with more people. Yeah, thank you. Fear is ego. Yeah, sure. And what are you afraid? What are you afraid? You're afraid that people see who you are and they don't like where you really are? Are you afraid of being rejected? Are you afraid of being judged? Oh, Mari, I don't do this because people are going to criticize me. Really? I said this before, I will say again, nobody can hurt you if you don't agree with them. Nobody. If they say something doesn't make sense at all, it's not part of you, you're not gonna be offended. If anybody say anything to you, get a little bit triggered, it's because maybe on your subconscious, sometimes it's not even conscious, you agree with them. You might be like, they right. They right. For example, I always say this example because that was something really triggered me in the beginning. I started posting online. English is my second language. My first language is Portuguese. So when I started posting, I got a lot of criticism, my accent, some pronunciation, some words. Some haters say like really have stuff. And I got so upset. And I was like, Mari, why are you upset? The second I accepted, the second I realized, you know why? They right. My English is broke, but who cares? I still speaking. And some people still listen and like what I'm saying. So I'm gonna make everybody likes? No. I'm gonna everybody listen? No, but it's true. I'm learning. So it's my second language and now as well. The second I accept that, now every comment I see about my English, I laugh. A little laugh. I like people make me laugh when they try criticize my English. I'm like, ah, really? At least I speak two language. At least I'm here trying. And I know we trigger people when they see you with everything you have and you still doing things. And they probably like, oh my God, English is my first language. And I'm not even trying. I'm not even trying to speak or teach people anything. That's probably what they think. And it's not my business. So I stop get triggered. How about you? What trigger you? What people call you fat? You might be fat. If somebody call you fat, rather than cry about it, ask yourself, look yourself in the mirror and say, I am fat, I'm big, I'm healthy. Question. If you are, honor. Like, okay, I'm fat, but do I want to keep staying this way? No, I want to change, I want to do better. Decide. Don't get offended. We live in a society where everybody's too sensitive. You can say nothing. People are too emotional, too sensitive about everything. Sometimes we just need to be honest. So I share a story. I'm gonna share it with you guys now. It's kind of, I know I'm probably gonna get some hate with this, but I'm okay with that. So in January, I was in Brazil with my family. My mom is a member of a church. She going to that church for a long time. And every time I go back home, I like to have like girly time with my mom. And we went to hair salon, get a hair done, looking cute together. So when I came back, I was like, see, my mom was not going to the church and she loved going to the church. She'd go like 2, 3, 4 times a week, sometimes even more. And I was like, Mom, are you not going to the church? She's like, no, 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 I'm not going. I can tell she was kind of hiding something from me. And I was like, Mom, what's going on? Like, why you don't want to go to church? She's like, to be really honest, they gonna, like, I would not be able to take how you call when you take the little bread with the the grape juice? I was like, what do you mean? Why are you not gonna be able to take it? She's like, because I dye my hair, yeah, and I'm not supposed to dye my hair. I was like, hold on, hold on, hold on. What do you mean? You can't do that because you dye your hair? What's wrong? She's like, yeah. She tried like change the topic. I was like, she didn't went to church that week. The next week, I was like, let's go to the church. I'm gonna go with you. Of course, my mom know me. She's like, no, no, ma. I was like, Mom, okay, I promise it. I'm not gonna say anything or whatever. We went to the church, and when I got there, the pastor was big. He's fat. I didn't say anything. I was like, God, I promise I'm not gonna say anything unless he says something to my mom. So when the ceremony finished, uh, he came talk to my mom, and my mom, oh, this is my daughter, blah 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 blah. And he's like, I miss you last week. Everything's okay. And my mom, yeah, everything's fine. My daughter's here, I was trying to just hang out more with her. I was like, honestly, she don't want to come because she dyed her hair. We went to the hair salon and she got her hair dyed, and she said it's kind of is not part of the rules here. Like you cannot dye your hair, and he was like, he looked at me like laughing. I think he was expecting me change the subject. It was kind of little tension between three of us, and I was like, do you know why? Because I told my mom, go to the church. Who cares? I don't think God is up there. Oh my God, this girl is gonna go to hell just because she dyed her hair. I think he cared more about how you treat yourself, how you treat others, how you respect yourself, how you respect your heart. I think God cared more about that. And he's like, but it's in the Bible. I was like, show me what is in the Bible. Show me. So it was getting very tense. And then I was like, by the way, as I was saying, God care more about your heart, how you respect yourself and others. For example, you as a pastor, as a leader, you can show more self-respect by being fit. And he was like, he looked at me like he could not believe I just said that. And he's like, look like he doesn't understand. I was like, you're fat, for example. I was like, you know why? Leave my mom alone. Let her dye her hair. Don't try make my mom don't try say my mom faith is less just because she dyed her hair. How about you start using your faith to eat less, to have a little self-control? And I was like, great to meet you. Bye. My mom was so embarrassed. She was like, why you did that? I was like, Mom, sometimes people need to listen to truth. And I'm sorry. As a leader, as a pastor, as a man of faith, you should use your faith to have a little self-control. And like I told my mom, I said, if it was me, I can't even listen to this pastor because he don't even have a self-control himself and try to control other people. And I tell you, you cannot dye your hair. This is a sin. How about he being overeating? It's a sin too. That it is in the Bible. That I know is in the Bible. So, my mom's still at the church, all good, but of course, I know I'm not gonna come back there. I have to call the pastor fat, but it's just I was so happy to call him out because he tried like bossing my mom around, say she cannot dye her hair. How about he being overeating? How about that? So what I realized is a lot of religious try control other people, don't really control themselves. Be an example. My mom is the most sweetheart person I know. No, when I mean sweetheart, I mean like good, genuine heart, a woman of faith. And she was scared to go to the church because she dyed her hair. That kind of drive me crazy. And I know I went a little too hard, but you know why? I'm happy I did. So cheers to that. Exactly. The problem is not her hair. I was like, I know. Do you know what I know? Do you know what is in the Bible? Overeating, gluten. That is in the Bible for sure. Sometimes I do things I even like question myself. My sister was like, Mari, I can't believe you did that. My mom, my mom was so shocked. I'm like, you guys, I don't know how you guys are still shocked of the things I do. Because I don't like, I like to be fair. I like a fair. Like, doesn't mean I'm always right, but I like to be fair. And especially to protect my mom, yes, I'll do it. Why do I create a vampire character? Because my books, it's not it's not fiction. I don't have character. The character is like mind, subconscious, yourself. It's more about that. I don't create stories. I just talk about everything to help you understand why you're doing the things you're doing. No, I'm ready. I'm ready, my hero. I'm ready, like, I'm ready, queen. Oh, look at me in my throne. I'm ready, queen, a princess, being called madame. So that's my life story. Yeah, my mom is the type of person who don't stand up much for herself. And I think a lot of my personal, not my personality, a lot of my identity, I build by watching my mom letting people walk over her. So I remember even at a young age, I would stand up and I'll be like, I remember my mom was working for this couple and the woman was so like yelling, like, do you know when somebody intentionally are so disrespectful? And I was probably 10 years old, and I pick up, like, I think, I don't know what I pick up, but I say, if you talk to my mom like that, it's not, I'll do something to you. It's literally, it's just, I can take it. I can take it disrespectful and don't say anything. My mom is like that. She will not say anything. She'll just go quiet and cry. And I don't cry, but I will say something. I will say everything I want to say. Like, if it was me at this church, I'll probably not be there anyway. But the second they tell me I cannot dye my hair, I'll be asking straight the pastor, "How about you? You're fat. You're gluten. I'm sure gluten is in the Bible. That I know for sure." I've been like this kind of my whole life. I like to ask questions and I like to understand. And so I don't just accept rules. For me, have to make sense. Oh, you did, why not? Doesn't make sense. Like, and as a Christian, I read the Bible. I grew up in the church my whole life. But every time I read the Bible, I have so many questions because one part of the Bible I say we have pain and deliver the baby because Ava eat the apple. I'm like, hold on, doesn't make sense. Of course we have pain delivering the baby because your vagina is this size, like it's tiny, tiny, and now open up to a head. Of course it's gonna have pain. It's like obvious. Doesn't mean it's because we committed a sin. It's just like a lot of things I just don't agree, and I see like they try brainwash us, and you get it. I'm not just here. Yes, I accept everything you saying. Blah blah blah. No, 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 not me. Mm-mm. And a church and a Catholic church is the same. Like when I was in Catholic church, the most priests they're overweight. I'm like, why this priest is just like it feels like they're just eating. Like what's going on? What else are you doing? Why you eat this much? Your job is just, be a good human being, example, learn, ex- like the better than what you say, it's about who you are. If I come here, preach for you guys, imagine me being overweight, being like extremely unhealthy, and come here tell you how you can be helped. You'll be like, this is a joke. You'll be like, this girl is a fraud. She can't even control herself. How she can teach us something? Now, why I'm gonna go to sit there in the church, listen a pastor who are committed a sin of overeating, who don't have control over what he put in mouth. Can be a pastor, can be a priest, can be anybody. If I go to the church and they are big, I'm not listening. I know, I know some people get mad if I'm not. I'm sorry. They don't have self control. It's different. If you're fat, you teaching how to make money, I might listen to you because there are fat people who did well financially. But what is faith? If you're not practicing your faith on your own life, how are you gonna teach me how are you gonna help me to practice my own faith? It's just it's just the kind of conversation people don't say. Like I told I told my friend, I was like, I need to do a video about this. She's like, please don't do it. This is so controversial. People hate you. I was like, honestly, I'm okay. I literally don't care. That's fine if they hate me. Oh, I'm sorry your mom passed away. I'm more it's mother is I have a good mother, that's why I'm obsessed with her. But it's so good to feel the mother's love. And I'm sure your mother's up there watching after you, having you back, send you love and energy. She never really leave you. She's there inside you. Yeah, mother's love is so peaceful. It's so I think it's one person I know it's not everybody, but it's one person who can love you unconditional. It's your mother, for sure. Yeah, guys, I think I'm going. Let me go back writing. Love you guys. Thank you so much. That was good conversation. I hope you got some takeaways. Stay strong.